Okay. So I'm gonna jump right to the topic before I can actually tell you about concentration. Um, Bear with me for a second because I'm trying to put this for in a way that you're really gonna understand this. Now you let me know in the comment section if I'm close to or way off when I make this statement. The reason why it's hard for you to concentrate, and I believe is possibly because you're focused on possibly girls, or you're focused on what you see others doing and you feel like you want to be a part of that, or if not that guy. um, Before I really get really deep into the concentration, this is a really key part of concentration, what I have to tell you before the concentration. And make sure you turn your ears on for this one, okay? Make sure your ears are on. Okay. Truth. I want to tell you something about females that you probably didn't know. It's 2016, and it is the year that girls pretty much girls over men. It's always been that way, but now it's in your face. It's in your face. Now, because of this, right? Girls have their choice. You don't have a choice, Truth. I know that you have you aspire to be a particular person. I may never know what that type of person is, but I know, being the man, it also involves people looking at you in a respectable light, where they want to say hi or they want to do whatever. But Truth, I don't want to lead you astray where you take information and then you compare my information to the real world, and then you are kind of left still confused. So I don't want you to be confused when you hear me giving you a lecture and tips on how to actually, make it and be happy. So I want you to know, because females have the upper hand right now, all right? They have the upper hand, and I'm very careful with being right now. They have choice, and because they have choice, and because they are never really satisfied, okay? You may hear that a lot on YouTube, but that is a very true statement. Now, because of the endless pit, okay? No matter if this girl is attractive or whatnot, I'm talking about after high school, okay? And even during high school with these females. They want things. And when a girl looks at you and they can tell, it is a radar, they can tell when you can or cannot provide those things for them. Capiche? Do you understand the gist of where I'm leading to? Okay, here we go, Truth. Truth. If you don't have a lot of money in high school, okay? If you don't have a lot of money, and just be real with yourself, all right? If your parents cannot afford things for you, barely shoes, just the necessities or whatnot, stop even looking at those chicks. Bro, I don't know why someone didn't even tell me this. If they had told me this, I wouldn't be sitting in this car right now I would be a millionaire. I would have totally canceled out women, and I would have stuck to the books, and I would have gotten all A's, which you should be doing, getting a free scholarship to whatever the freak college you want, having them pay you to go to college, getting out of college with a great major, and can go almost anywhere you want in the world. You see, truth, they did not tell me this, and I am here to tell you this. School is two entities in one. School is a place to see if you are weak-minded, and they can put you in a bracket of below poverty or under poverty. And school also is for a place to see after you have, made it through all the turmoils and tumbles which you're going through right now. They are putting you through some crucial stuff in your class right now. Yes, partially to make you fail, but partially to see if you can rise above this. If you can rise above this social dynamic that they have in that particular time where you are in school, meaning, oh, Susie's the coolest, and Blake's the coolest, and Jonathan's the coolest. Let me tell you something right now, truth. These losers, which are winners right now, are nobodies. Any situation you see going on in your school where you guys are like, man, that's so cool, I wish I could do that. Or, man, this guy's on the varsity team. Or, this guy's on the swim team. Or, blah, 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 blah. Or, blah, 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 blah. None of that means shit. It's all a front. It's all bullshit. All of it. Because you can't see it right now, truth. But in 10 years, all of those people who've done whatever, it'll be so irrelevant. It'll be like a piece of paper that you had since third grade. You look back on that third grade piece of paper, and when you were in third grade, you were like, man, I'm going to keep this for a long time. But you look at it, and it makes no sense whatsoever. It is that same analogy, okay? So let's move on, all right? Your concentration will begin when you accept your position in life. Truth, if you have money, your parents have money, and you can go places and you can go on dates or whatever, dude, you can be the man. You take a girl on a date, don't really give her that great of attention, because guys like us, we have big hearts. I'll put Tom Leykis' description down on the link so that you can watch his videos over and over again and build up some sort of callus, because you need a callus right now. A callus means you need to build up this sort of form of protection where you don't care too much about what these females want and what these females are thinking. Truth. The females are not thinking about shit. Nothing. What you see is the aftermath of what two people did when they were having fun. This girl has no clue. Any random girl has no clue on what direction she wants to take in life. She has no direction of her own, only of the opinions of others. Ask any female, even the good ones. They do things on beyond the preference of this person's going to care about this and that and this and that, whoever's closest to them. They don't really do like me and you, and the reason why they don't do that is because they've never been forced to be alone. They've never been forced to be by your own thoughts and trial and error. They've never been forced. They've never had the opportunity to be belittled. in any situation. They're always pampered on the back. Always pampered on the back. It's okay. You can do it. It's okay. And all of this is true. Now, truth, I have to tell you, because of this, you're because of this, if you don't have a lot of money, okay, from your parents, and you're not going to have a lot of money from working because you're not working right now, okay? If you don't have a lot of money, the second way to become the man, all right? And there's 3 ways. The second way is to join some sort of team where you're doing something. I know this has been told to you before, if you join some sort of sports team, okay? Now, I'm not really trying to tell you to lean towards that, because I sucked at football and basketball due to the lack of father in my life giving me the umph that you can do it, you can do it. I never had those pep talks. Only here in the last 5-10 years is where I pep talk myself so much that it's to the point where I cannot be around people too much. I don't want to be around a lot of people's presence too much. People have their own little agendas and schnitz that go on, and if you're not following along their path, they get annoyed and agitated, and I have no time to be going through that circus thing. And that's something you'll have to learn, okay? Now, because in sports, when you are within a team, girls like that. And then, therefore, because you're a part of something, which they're not a part of anything besides their girl club, which they know kind of sucks. I mean, all girls know that, oh, I might have a girlfriend, but it really means nothing. It's just another person critiquing, 2 critiquers. There's no fun in that. They can pretend all they want. Even lesbians can pretend all they want. But there's no fun in being the same type of person constantly and doing the same shit. Okay, anyways, let's moving on. So, now, you will find when you are a jock or something like that, or good at a sport, girls like when you're good at something, you know? And mainly when you're good at something and other people know that you're good at something, they like that. Whether they be some sort of loser chick, a bookworm type of chick, they like that. It's just like if you've seen a girl and she's got like 4 different girlfriends, in our own different way, we're thinking, okay, cool, I can go with this chick, and then, you know, slowly these other chicks can like me. Which in our heads, it never works that way. When you see a group of 4 chicks, they're all plotting and scheming every moment of the day to see if you're a bad guy, okay? I suggest staying away from girls who have a lot of friends. And I'm going to say it again. Stay away from girls who have a lot of girls as friends. And vice versa, girls who have a lot of boys as friends. When you see a girl needing that, their heart is way open and willing to do anything destructive with a particular person, and then also gain that particular negativity, and they just kind of have this negative thought because they tried something and they failed, so they want to take it out on the world. That's just what a lot of these females are. So, now let's move on to the 3rd way you can become the man, and this is the way I became the man, okay? And I don't suggest you kind of follow this path, because it can either make or break you. And for a while it broke me, but it wasn't like a broke within my personal setting. No. It just broke me away from those idiots who I thought were my friends, but they really aren't. You understand? Alright. Now, the 3rd way to become the man. Alright? Like I said in the previous video, and was boiling down to it, you have to say or do whatever the frick is in your brain. You see a hot freaking female that you think is hot, shoot, talk to her. Talk to her. Doesn't matter. Don't stalk her. And stalking to females sometimes is simply talking. But what it is a female they're like dogs, okay? And I know people are like, what the frick? Females are like dogs? Well, yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of females can't look you in the eye. If you take a dog that is your neighbor's dog, and when you look them in the eye too long, they feel threatened. Now, for me and you, Truth, We look a female and we're just like, wow, we're looking her up and down and we like what we see. But they're so primitive within their brain. And I mean every female. My mom, my auntie, even my little daughter, she's kind of that way where if a male's looking at them for too long, they feel threatened. Okay? It doesn't matter what type of female it is, especially if she doesn't know you and you're not an athletic and you're not a person who's popular, they feel threatened. So what I'm saying to you is you randomly walk up to the chick that you're attractive to and you say what's on your mind. And don't be too loud with it. Once again, say what's on your mind. Don't be too loud with it. And you must seal the deal. Now, you can be the man with males a lot easier, way easier, because you don't have to seal the deal and you don't necessarily have to talk to him about how you feel because you're dealing with a guy like you. You be like, what's up, bro? You know, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Like, random dudes. You'll be so surprised. That's how you become the man. You know what I'm saying? You become the man that way. You become the man by standing out and not holding anything back. It's very easy to do so. Very easy. And you'll find that people are looking at you who you thought were not looking at you. You see what I mean? And the thing is too also, when you're meeting these people, classmates, females, males, if your chest is sunken in, and I know I'm saying it again, but dude, if you're slouching, they're animals. They're saying weak. You're either strong or weak. That's it. There's nothing in between, truth. There's nothing in between. We're still these primitive animals. I'm being real with you 1000% because I have tried with these creatures that we call humans. And they're very, very on edge. Almost as if we have just came out of the jungles where we had to take turns manning the grounds to make sure that, no predators came around. We're kind of still like coming, like literally off the verge of that. I mean, and the thing is, I'm way out there. I'm so far from that verge. I'm like in the moon now, you know? And so I'm going to end that portion of how to become the man with that. My next video is going to basically focus on how to get you to concentrate. Because all of this that I've said is knowledge and key factors on placing you into the position in where you can concentrate. Because if there is no need to concentrate, you will not be able to concentrate. Once again, if there is no particular need to concentrate, it will be very hard for you to concentrate. You see, me, I'm 1000%, not 100, 1000% concentrated. It is to the point, and I don't want you to get to this point because this is my path. But I choose not to even approach. I choose not even to talk. And I choose not to get involved with a lot of people because I have seen my growth and you have also seen my growth. I would have never did that animation if I had a bunch of people on my back or a bunch of friends. Hey, let's go out to the club. Hey, let's go out to do all this meaningless things. Like I said, mice living by human rules. All of these meaningless things don't enhance you. You going out, talking to females, try to do that, it brings you down to a lower level and you find yourself going home alone at night. Truth. When you have a female, you're going to have to do a ballet dance, all right? And the reason why a lot of males seem like they're happy and they seem like, oh, this is the way you're supposed to do it, is because, you see, the big daddy government, white or black, big daddy government, white or black, right? Big daddy government, white or black, they basically, They knew what they were doing when they put girls and boys in the school, okay, truth? Everything has a reason and a meaning. You see, they put girls inside of the school because, and also with the also thought and the commercials and whatnot, because they knew that boys and girls really aren't supposed to, we're not supposed to be cohabitating. We're not the same. There's only one purpose for a male and a female they're separate entities, okay? And when they come together, they just come together to make another entity, whether it be a female or a male. And that is the only purpose, and I know it sounds weird, but that's the only purpose of a male and a woman to get together. If you notice and take your time, you'll see that they try to push so hard even now to make the woman be the person who's in the better light. And you'll see them try to gravitate every once in a while. They'll make it be the male and they'll make it be the female. And they'll try so hard to justify reasons why you need to be with somebody. And you have to think about it. If someone's trying so hard, like a salesman, to convince you to do something, there has to be something wrong with the situation. You understand? I mean, there just has to be something wrong with the situation. Truth, you have to realize, too, that this government doesn't know what to do with you. They don't know what to do with us. What are they going to do with these males? What? I mean, yeah, they have the females, but you have to understand that females are they're so different from us, man. They're different. They have a different initiative. And because of this different initiative, you're not going to be able to fully have a female. You're not going to, because she's going to get bored eventually, truth. She's going to see you in this kind of filtered type of light, very foggy light, gradually over time, because truth, there's other males out here who are better than you. Do you understand? I'm not telling you that because they're better than you, you need to give up on yourself and be loathing and all. No, I'm not telling you that. What I'm telling you, truth, is that in order for you to concentrate, okay? In order for you to concentrate, and this is just a piece of it, in order for you to concentrate, you have to realize what a woman is. And I'm telling you what a woman is. When you go on YouTube and you figure out hypergamy and all of this, when you see what a woman is for what she is, you will see the whole game. It would be like if you played a game over and over and over, Super Nintendo or Mario Brothers, and you will see that every single girl is the same Nintendo 64. I mean, I'm being real. I'm sorry, females who are watching this, but you're boring. I'm sorry. Look, I still love you females, right? But females are entirely boring. That's why they have to pretty up themselves and put ponytails and try so desperately hard for someone to walk up to them. Because if they didn't have any of that, no one would walk up to them, because when you peel off all of that, they look like what they are. Boring. They literally have nothing to say most of the time. It's just the truth. Now, because of this truth, I don't want you to end up like me. I don't want you to end up every Saturday night eating dinner with your fucking parents and grandparents. I don't want you, and this is hard to admit this shit, I don't want you to look around and see that an 86-year-old man gets more phone calls than your fucking ass do. I don't want you to make up excuses about, oh man, I'm about to go over here and see this chick in order to leave the house and make videos. Because people are going to be on your ass about, where you going so late at night? And I'm doing more than making videos. I'm about to go, I'm going to pick up some liquor because I kind of like that. I'm really lying about the liquor, but hey, you'll get the gist. You know what I mean? But I don't want you to live like me. Yes, I'm wealthy. I have wealth and all of this knowledge. But what comes with being the man? You're going to be a fucking lone. There's two types of men. You got the men who pander to women, and that's the only way you're going to be the man. You have to do the juck jants. You have to do the jig. The jig is doing what that bitch, whatever the bitch thinks that is good, or whatever the fuck you think that you need to in order to get in her pants, or whatever the fuck. That, and also moving on to other girls, because girls like that when you have a track record for some reason. You know, you can either be that man or you could be a real man. And I being real, I cannot be around people. I can't. I mean, I'm talking about, I can't lie. I can be around dudes for a while. We can talk. But I can't be around females for too long. And I never admitted this stuff until recently. And see, before I wanted pussy. So I was like, all right, gentlemen. And I kind of veered all into that because there's so many simps out here who are gentlemen. You know what I mean? And I didn't have that dad figure to actually stare me into the light of, you need to stop focusing on the outside and you need to focus on inside. And there's a switch that you turn off. If you focus on yourself on the inside, chicks see this. And they will like cats. They are like cats and dogs. Mixture in one. Like cats will come around and they'll be very curious. And you just show them just a little bit of attention, but not too much, and they'll stick around. But when you're like me and you've gained all of this knowledge, truth, don't take this into the wrong light. When I see females, I think of a waste of time. I see them as a very clever trick. I see them as a package that once you unwrap it, you thought you had a prize in it, but there's nothing but peanuts. I mean, that's truth. That's truth. That's truth. And I don't want you to get into that situation. That's why you need to make these connections right now. When you go back to school, summer camp, or whatever the heck you do, you need to make those connections so that those girls know who you are, those guys know who you are, and they can build bonds and connections. Because if you don't, you will not get any phone calls at all. None. And you will have thousands of dollars in your bank account. Thousands. And you will be just, and I'm not even alone, bro. I am just like, I know. And because I know that there's nothing you win with the relationships, you don't win anything, you just lose. Hey, I know that right now I am winning and I'm steady on an incline. And until I feel that I find a female who is actually making the same dividends as me and trying to contribute to life the same way as me, which is damn near to none. I know of one, but I just don't. What comes with all of this shit, man, it's not in your favor. All right? What comes with being the man is not what you think. You know what I mean? It's just like a book. You know, you get all excited about a book. You read it. You read certain good parts. But you don't read the bad parts. You don't remember the bad parts. The bad parts are what counts. And the bad parts are the majority. So, truth. Stay tuned for how to concentrate. Because you're going to like how to concentrate. I'm telling you. You're going to really take something from this. And I'm sure you're going to watch this video once or twice. But that concentration video is something that I formulated and it took 10 years to come together. And you're going to like it. You stay tuned, all right? Don't give up hope.